Hello, my name is Gabriel Carbajal, and this is my friend and teammate David Basin. Um, he was a little skeptical at first with this whole charismatic development plan, but finally he was willing to help me out. So just briefly, the four steps that we kind of went over were the first week was to work on the person's self confidence. The second week was to work on their body language. Their third week is about helping others around them, himself feel good, and ultimately the last week was working on his presence, the it factor that sort of brings people to you, I guess you could say. So, David, while we were working on this project, the first week was the self confidence aspect of it.
Yes.
What difficulties did you find, or if anything, did it help you out with self confidence, self esteem? I mean, I personally know you already. Around our group of friends, you're pretty confident, but it's the fact that when there's people that we don't tend to know, I tend to do it myself sometimes. It's tough for it to come out. So, what did you find that really helped you to bring out the self confidence?
Yeah, well, first off, this I thought was the most important week of the four. So I thought this was the biggest one that sort of set the foundation for the rest of it. But as you were saying, yeah, when I'm with people I know, baby, I'm doing my thing, not really worried about it. But when I throw myself into a different situation, that's when I sort of shelter myself and I just try to lay low. But no, it definitely did help with me getting out of my comfort zone, not having to be around people that I know to be myself and be confident with it. So
Good, good. So after that, we worked on the body language, and I noticed at first, as he was saying, when we got in front of people we didn't really know, the body language tended to be unresponsive, where you get the crossed arms or the fidgeting, just kind of
just all small.
Exactly, just little aspects like that. So we decided to, instead of coming in there with the crossed arms or getting small, we decided to really focus on the hand gestures. Now, when we focus on these hand gestures, what did you notice that sort of brought more confidence, more of who you are to the table? I guess.
Well, when introducing yourself to people you don't know, when you're more energetic and when you're speaking to them, give the hand gestures especially, they sort of listen better. Mm-hmm. They want to know what you're saying more. They're more in tune with what you're saying compared to when before, if you come in, arms crossed, you're closed off, and if you wanted to say something, people tend to not even notice because you're just off in your own, you're enclosed, you're quiet. But then when you get yourself out of that zone, you're letting yourself be out there, people tend to gravitate towards that.
Okay. So after that, we worked on the helping those around him feel better about themselves. So it's sort of complimenting them, just sort of really engaging into that other person more than talking about himself. So tell me what aspect that you found helpful with that.
This really just helped people making you a more likable person. Because I know from experience when someone walks up to you and they're just me, you tend to be like, oh, I don't really want to be friends with this guy. He's really selfish, that sort of deal. Being more open to other people, how they're feeling, trying to get them to feel better really makes you feel more confident and better.
Perfect. And then lastly, we really worked about having the presence in the room, being that guy that people sort of gravitated you. So for this sort of aspect, we really focused on adding all the three elements of the self-confidence, the body language, the bringing people to you sort of aspect together, and we decided to focus it, sort of at a little get-together that we had, and as a matter of fact, we can say the training plan worked. You let them know why.
Well, the fourth one, so your presence, it was more, you didn't really have to work on this because the last 3 weeks all built up, and once you got those three nailed down, it just happened. And you were there, you were confident, you were out there talking to people, everyone, everyone was loving it. Everyone's gravitating towards you, and it just really helped out a lot.
And perfect. It worked out perfectly. His charisma went up, and part of him helping me out is sort of I helped him out in a sense because he was able to find a nice little lady friend, and still going strong to this day.
Yep.
So this is the end of my sort of initiative that we sort of worked on together. Once again, Gabriel Carbajal, my friend David Basin, and hopefully this gets me a good grade, and I think it will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.